Abraham not only had a promise from God, but our text says that God doubled down and confirmed it with an oath. The God who cannot change, the God who cannot lie, not only said, this is what I do, but then he said, I swear it. I swear it on my own name. I swear it on my own integrity. I will surely do this thing. Church, there's no greater assurance than God's promise. There's no more solid ground to stand on than what God has said to us. But I have to make an important observation here with you. This is so exciting. God's oath was spoken to Abraham, but our text says that it was intended for someone else and not just Abraham alone. You and I weren't there that day. God said this to Abraham. This is an old conversation. But I want you to look at verse 17 with me. It says, thus God, determining to show more abundantly to who? To the heirs of promise. He wanted to show something to the heirs, plural. Not just Abraham, not just the man he was speaking to that day, but God was demonstrating something to the heirs of the promise. The immutability of his counsel, confirmed it by an oath, that by two immutable things in which it is impossible for God to lie, who? We might have strong consolation, who have fled for refuge to lay hold of the hope set before us. This is really exciting. When God swore to bless Abraham, he meant for you to hear it. His intention was that you would read this and understand this and consider yourself personally involved in the benefits of the promise. I mean, God had it written down in Scripture so that you could read it. This could have been a private conversation between God and Abraham. But when God spoke this to Abraham, he had the heirs of the promise in mind, plural. He had us as his children in mind in this exchange with Abraham.